Hey everybody, it's time for an update here at the Mountain Garden. Sorry, this has taken us so long to do, but what I've decided is that we will try and make some regular update videos because Rob and I, we kind of had ADD a little bit, and so we end up starting projects, finishing them halfway, 3/4 of the way through, and then finishing them the rest of the way a little bit later. But one of the things we've been working on lately is an awful lot of dry stack walling. You can see that we got a whole bunch of granite boulders, granite rocks, etc. And we've been putting up a small retaining wall around the driveway, and we're doing a much larger retaining wall project in the garden. Helping us out with that project is our new excavator. You can see we bought an itty bitty baby 2-ton Sani excavator. Now this is by no means a heavy duty appliance. This is a pretty lightweight excavator overall, but it can run a very small auger, and it can also run a small trencher, and it has absolutely no problem lifting up some of these larger blocks of granite, something that we definitely couldn't. We've also been trying to clear a lot of brush here. There is a ton of poison oak and berry vines, etc. going on here, trying to do our best to reduce fire danger. And so we've also been working on our spraying system right here. You can see we have our Jeep here. I bought a 65-gallon tank. You can see that right there in the back. We put a plywood floor back there. We removed the rear seats, got the booster pump in there for the spraying, and then we have a ratchet hose setup with 85 feet of hose. This is probably the best thing we've ever done, and I got some really nice valved quick connects so that way nothing leaks when you plug and unplug things. And then there's an auxiliary 100 foot of hose right there for when we want to connect a little bit more length and spray something a little bit further off the beaten path. Going on down to the house, we don't see too many changes. We haven't really been working on the house itself too much, but we've been doing a lot of retaining work. And you can see here one of our additional projects, and that is that we have been putting in wooden retaining walls. These are pressure treated wood retaining walls for the path that comes down right there from the parking area. Hopefully we'll get the rest of the retaining structures done here pretty soon. We had to stop because it was getting a little bit too wet, and then it got too dry, and we couldn't use the auger to actually drill the holes out for this, but hopefully we'll get the rest of that done soon. You can see that we have the bottom side of that done right there as well. In the distance, you can hear Rob chainsawing away, and that's because we're doing a lot of work for the garden. This used to be the chicken coop, but all 120 chickens are gone. And instead now, we've turned it into a vegetable garden. You can see the veggies from last year growing right there in that area, the chicken coop. And we're trying to terrace it because that makes a lot of sense in this area. So this is where all the rest of the dry stack walling is happening. You can see we have a pretty decent area here. This overall garden area is about an acre or so total. And it has 8-foot fences all the way around to help keep the deer out. It goes all the way down there. That's where Rob is doing some of that clearing. We're going to have a vegetable garden. We're going to have a small orchard. Some of the trees that we aren't going to put down lower on the bottom of the property. But you can see this is the beginning of that dry stack walling. And then we're bringing in some crushed granite right over there for the pathway areas. This whole area will be terraced in probably about 30 different terraces going all the way down there to the bottom of the hill. Be sure and stay tuned because we're going to have a water system update. You can see that's our 5,000-gallon primary water tank there. We're adding an extra 20,000 gallons of storage for extra fire protection. We're also going to be doing an external home sprinkler system to see how well that works. That's going to go right on the top of the house, and hopefully that side of the house will have some siding at some point later as well. I'll see you all later.